Here's my review of Under Paris. I think that it's a pretty fun movie, and I do think, the bar for good shark movies is really low. You just have Jaws, which is fantastic, and then that's it. That's really it. There's all these bad shark movies that exist, whether it's Sharknado or The Meg, and I don't think that this is like it's not it's good. Like I thought that it was an enjoyable shark movie. But obviously the standard for sharks movies are so low, but hey, you gotta just deal with what you can get from these types of movies because they just don't make them like they used to in terms of shark movies. Like basically the plot of this movie is a scientist named Sophia is in Paris and they have to she's trying to get rid of there's all these sharks in the waters of Paris and there's going to be a triathlon and she needs to be able to she's trying to stop first of all postpone this triathlon from happening and also just try to see why are the sharks here, what's going on and it's a fine movie. It's not amazing or anything, but it's fun. You get some really insane gory kills. It's nothing too crazy, but it can be fun. The part in the trash, all the trash water is that's a pretty good scene. But and this particular movie, I feel it almost feels generic, but I think a good generic. And there's a lot of tropes in this movie, oh, of course it's the politician who doesn't want to delay the Tour de France because money and all the reasons like that. And there's a bunch of stuff that you've probably seen a million times, and there's nothing really particularly new with this movie that you probably can't get out of any other movie. But for the tropes that it does do, it doesn't do them terribly. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. I will say that the CGI can be pretty good. I think that when the sharks are attacking, I think it's done. It can be kind of on and off. There's some scenes where the sharks look really good, and other scenes where they look pretty bad. I think for the most part, it's pretty decent. I think when they're underwater, there's this scene where they're all underwater, and there's just a bunch of sharks near them. That part was really cool. But I think a movie like this, it's exactly what you'd expect. I don't think that this is some really, really surprising movie that's way better than you think it's going to be. No. But if you watch the trailer and you hear the premise and you're like, that sounds kind of fun, you're probably going to enjoy it. I don't think that there's anything amazing about this movie, but I don't think that there's anything terrible about it. I think it's above average, in fact, though. And with a movie like this, I feel like you just want some fun shark action and maybe a couple of good characters, and I think you get that. I think that our lead character is interesting. I think that she is likable. And when the shark action is there, it's really violent and it's really fun. So yeah, I think that this is a movie where you watch a trailer and it's you like the trailer, you'll like the movie. If you think that looks stupid, you won't like it. It's exactly what you'd expect. There's not this grand spectacle or these super in-depth characters. But I think that it is a pretty solid movie, at least for what it is.